Weird, but I think we are back up and running. And can you guys hear me? Hopefully. I'm waiting a second in case you may have to switch over to a new stream. I've been typing stuff into chat. Hopefully you guys can see that I just had to start a new stream. Let me go. I'm going to take myself back to the dashboard like brand new here and make sure that it has come back up. I mean, it looks like it has, but I'm trying to make sure that it has. Okay, so is everybody back with me? We all good, I hope. Sorry, guys, I have never had that happen before. That is the broadcast software literally just popped up a message and said it has stopped working, and that was it. I looked over, and it was frozen, and that message popped up, and there you go. So I had to completely close out and start it back. It didn't make me restart the whole computer, though, which is good, because if it makes you start from scratch, it takes about 10 minutes, but in that case, it just took us a couple, although obviously it interrupted our flow, so I'm sorry about that. And skip stuff, I'm absolutely going to recap. I always recap everything, and yeah, we sure will. Malachi Dupree is the last thing that came out before it crashed in terms of hits. And I think it was far enough out that I think it crashed after that came out. Dalvin Tomlinson rookie ticket for the Giants. At least that's how it looked on my side, because I actually watch it on two different devices. The device I'm using that has my broadcast software on it, as well as an iPad, so I can see what you see. This is Evan Ingram, is our red hollow foil rookie ticket for the New York Giants on card auto, and of course our nice little either SP or SSP out of our first off the line box there. And this is numbered as well to 199, Corey Davis, Rookie of the Year contenders. So we have a couple of housekeeping things to do here before we recap our hits. One of them will be to award that 150 Panini rewards points. One will be to go to the checklist on this Adoree Jackson. And then the third thing we will need to do is to award these cards. So we're actually going to start with these because they happen to be in my hand. So this little stack of round numbers, of course, you see they each have two different teams on them. I'm literally going to random.org and I'm going to type in the word left and the word right. We'll hit random 3 different times, but the first 2 are not going to count. So it is the third and final random that will tell us whether those cards go to the team on the left side of the card or the team on the right side of the card. And I always enter things either left to right or top to bottom, depending on how a card is oriented, so that is a uniform way that I do it. First one doesn't count, second doesn't count, third and final does. There's 3 times, there's our date and time stamp, and it has come up with the right-hand side of the card. So flipping through this little stack, that means we have Rams, Bears, Chargers, Steelers, Chargers, Bears, Cardinals, Niners, Broncos, Texans. So that has those taken care of. And actually, you know what? I need to put one in a sleeve and circle the right-hand side of the card so that I can remember that that's where that's going without having to go back and watch the video. Next, we will go to the checklist and take a look at this Adoree Jackson. I mean, I think we know he is going to be, of course, with the Titans, but we'll hop over here and also try and figure out where, what it's going to be numbered to, I mean. Get myself on the right page here. I've already forgotten what I said the card set was. Rookie ticket variation. Well, come on now. There. And this is card number 259. So no, that comes up, it says Robbie Anderson. So what did I do wrong? I've obviously done something wrong here. Would be the year, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're in 2017. How did I get in 2016? Let's just try that one more time, shall we? All right. Now we should find, this time we should find Adoree Jackson down here at 259. There he is. So this is an open edition then, just an unnumbered card, but of course the variation, obviously a good thing. So that makes us happy anyway. We'll set that aside. Now we have this little 150 Panini Rewards Points card that needs to be awarded by way of random. And I'm still just continuing to fiddle around with this because it's just still just not acting right tonight in general. Maybe it's the software having a hiccup. I don't know. We are first going to go here to the checklist or to the spreadsheet where I can then cut and paste all of our teams. We'll roll back over here to random. And this time, guys, we have 32 teams, so I don't see any need to do random multiple times. I'm going to drop them in here. We'll do a quick scroll through them so that you can see all 32 teams are present. And I will hit random one time, and whatever team comes up on the top will take home that 150 reward points. Comes up for the Dallas Cowboys. Now we can recap. Oh, Skip Stuff, you got 2 out of the 3 red hollow hits. That's outstanding. Way to go, man. You had good luck tonight. Cowboys with our 150 points by way of random. Redemption for the Titans, Adoree Jackson with the rookie ticket variation. One of our red hollows, Evan Ingram on card auto rookie ticket for the Giants. Another hit for the Giants rookie ticket, Dalvin Tomlinson. That one was a sticker auto. Rookie ticket for the Bills, Malachi Dupree, also a sticker auto. Red Jordan Matthews for the Buffalo Bills. That is our hollow out of one of our first off the line. Rookie ticket, Akilo Witherspoon sticker auto for the 49ers. Rookie ticket, Keelan Cole sticker auto for the Jags. Cooper Kupp, that is a nice one for the Rams in the red hollow first off the line with the on-card auto. Another red hollow first off the line, Alan Hearns season ticket for the Jags. Rookie of the Year contenders for the Jets, Jamal Adams to 49 sticker auto. Brad Kaya rookie ticket sticker, Carolina Panthers. Our third and final red hollow, this one is Dez Bryant season ticket for the boys. I said our third and final. Well, that's our third and final that wasn't signed. This is our third and final red hollow that is signed. This one is James Conner on card auto for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Playoff ticket, Stacy Coley to 99 sticker auto for the Vikes. On card auto draft class insert to 199 on card Marlon Mack. And finally, a playoff ticket numbered to 99 for the Lions sticker auto and Jamal Agnew. So that is it for contenders tonight, guys. And that's going to bring us into some Prizm Basketball. And I'm sure some of you are getting ready to take off. And for those of you who are not hanging around for basketball, let me take a minute to say thank you. I appreciate you very much. I always appreciate you bidding with me and breaking with me. And you guys, when you come by and say hi, even when you're not in the breaks, which sometimes people do, I like that too. I like it when you come keep me company. So I have fun doing this, and I appreciate you being a part of it. So a quick look here. Once again, this is our shipping schedule. So contenders that we just finished, it will go out roughly Saturday. That's plus or minus a day. I'm hoping I can get it out to you Friday. That's normally when I would be able to get it out to you. As I mentioned, I am a little behind because of circumstances beyond my control. So that's why I listed Saturday to be on the safe side. Ditto with Prizm Basketball that we are about to open. And quick little glance here at some upcoming breaks, because of course most of this is in the first part before our software crashed and we had to start a new live stream for part B. So yeah, we got to get all this back up and running. And then that brings us to our Prizm Basketball break. This is 3 boxes of 2017-18 Panini Prizm Basketball. This is break number 5. This is the last of the Prizm Basketball that I have. This is a quarter of a case that was split with someone else, and actually a couple of someone else's. So I had the 2 full cases, which of course we've already opened in various breaks, and then these little guys hanging out here at the end are the last of the Prizm. So I don't know if our earlier gentleman has come back yet or not, who was unhappy that we had some other breaks before Prizm, but I don't think I'm too far off. I think I suggested it would be about 45 minutes, and it's actually been probably closer to 55 minutes. And had our software not crashed, I think I wouldn't have been too far off on the amount of time. So hopefully he is back with us and everything is on track. So here in Prizm, we should find 2 autographs per box. And of course, we'll find a number of refractors throughout as well. Panini refers to refractors as Prizm. Topps calls them refractors. I will probably switch back and forth between the two throughout the night, just out of habit. So if you hear me say the word refractor, that's the same as Prizm. Daniel Kelly, what are you telling me is not working? What you said it's not working. What's not working? Because the live stream is working on my side. I'm actually, as I said, I watch it in 2 different places. The place that I broadcast from that has the software on it. And then I also watch it from the iPad, which is the exact same version that you guys would see. So that way I can watch and monitor if something goes off, like tonight when it suddenly crashed, software crashed. So that's how I was able to catch that. So our base, we're just going to kind of move on through it, not spend a lot of time on it unless someone particularly wants to. And if you do want me to adjust the pace, just let me know. I'm happy to do that. This is an emergent insert. We're going to find a bunch of those as we go along. Unless they refract or something, I will just keep on going with those as well. Ilyasova for the Hawks. Of course, anytime you see that nice little rainbow of colors, you know that we have a refractor coming out. I'm going to take a moment to get some more sleeves out on the table as well, so we can go along at a decent little clip here. And here is Justin Jackson for the Kings. Don't know why Prizm was so, well, I do know why. Panini didn't print very much of it, but it's unfortunate that they chose that particular one to do a short run on, because everybody loves Prizm Basketball, so I'm kind of bummed that there's not more of it out there to be had, at least not at a decent price. That was a Jeff Teague refractor. Of course, he's just veteran refractor. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Korkmaz? Something like that. For the Sixers, it's numbered to 199. A little rookie parallel there. And as before, if you did not hear me say it earlier, or maybe you weren't tuned in earlier, after we look at the cards, I do tend to make short stacks, as you see, and then they get picked up and moved off to the right-hand side. There are also mats all off on the right-hand side, so they still stay on a mat. I just don't like the work area to get really overcrowded with loose cards. I think they're in a safer environment over there off to the right, so that's why I do pick them up and move them after we look at them. Anthony Davis just went by. Man, did they not have quite a game between the two of them, AD and Boogie. Man. This is Dwight Powell for the Mavericks. So our first, it's a sticker auto, our first autograph hit out of this break tonight heads off to the Mavericks. Hassan Whiteside refractor for the Heat. Anunoby emergent insert that does refract for the Raptors. So yeah, that stat line for Boogie, my goodness, 44 points, 24 rebounds, and 10 assists. Yeah, that was something. And then AD ends up with, in the same game, 30-something points. I don't remember if it was 35 or 39. And, of course, he fouled out in that first OT, so he didn't keep racking them up, but still. There's a nice little Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. Sticker auto refractor for Chicago Bulls. Frank Mason refractor. Rookie for the Kings, or I'm sorry, silver prism. See, I told you I would forget and call half of them refractors. So silver prism in the Panini vernacular. There's Buddy Hield for the Kings. Get hyped insert on that one. I do not cough into my hands, by the way. If you guys ever hear me cough, I do cough periodically. I have allergies and all kinds of other fun stuff, and so I do occasionally have a little cough or a sneeze. It's never into my hands. It is always into the elbow, so please don't worry. It's not going to be on or near your cards. That Zach Collins for the Blazers was a prism, or was a refractor. Earl Watson for the Suns is a refractor for the coach. It's kind of cool that they put the coaches in here. Another Lauri Markkanen. That emergent is not, of course, refracting. Little Yogi Ferrell. Sabonis for the Pacers, numbered 2/199. So I am a little sad to see the last of Prizm go, but, you know, tomorrow night we start with Contenders. So, Chronicles, sorry. Contenders on the brain because we opened that most recently. Dwayne Casey for the Raptors. Refractor, coach hit for the Raptors. Luke Kennard for the Pistons /75. Rookie in the purple parallel. So Chronicles basketball, if you're not already familiar or you haven't heard me talking about it before, I think it's going to be a pretty cool release. I'm looking forward to it. This is Greg Monroe for the Bucks, and it's got a little bit of everything in it. Marcus Smart for the Celtics. So there is a Chronicles base set and a card design that is unique to Chronicles, designed specifically for that set. But in addition to that, we have all kinds of inserts that are series that are no longer freestanding series for basketball with Panini. So Marcus Smart refractor for the Celtics. Moutier for the Nuggets to 199. So, for instance, like we're not getting any freestanding gold standard basketball this year. So the only place to get a gold standard rookie card will be in Chronicles, and they'll have majestic rookie cards, and I'm trying to think what else. There's so many different ones in there. Momentum, I believe, Brilliance. There's a whole bunch of series that they used to make as freestanding releases in basketball that they don't have anymore, and they are all going to be found in Chronicles. This is numbered to 10, so we're kind of having a night of pulling coaches that refract, and this for the Wizards, little Scott Brooks to 10, very low number gold parallel there. Pulling more coach refractors than we normally do. Alonzo Mourning, Fundamentals refractor for the Heat. And that has box 1 finished up. This is box 2 that we're in right now. Or, well, we're getting in. We're not in it yet. We're about to be, as soon as we can get all the cards out of the wrappers here. So I guess now Michael Jordan is, you know, there were the rumors floating. We talked about this a little bit the other night, that the Hornets were shopping Kemba Walker. And I was a little bit surprised that they were shopping Kemba. I mean, I know his stats are maybe not as high as people thought they would be when he first came into the league, but he's very productive still, and he's the face of that franchise, really, in my opinion. And at least as far as their active roster goes. So I was surprised to hear that they were shopping Kemba, but that was the scuttlebutt. And then Michael Jordan has since come out and said, well, we won't trade him for anybody but an all-star. So not really sure what's going on there with Kemba, but it sounds to me like they do want to trade him, and Michael Jordan's just trying to create a little more leverage by coming out and saying, hey, yeah, I've got to have an all-star to trade him. So, I don't know. Guess time will tell in the days ahead. So we're approaching that trade period. Not far off. Steven Adams for the Thunder. Terrence Ross for the Magic. I always look forward to the trades because there's always something that you're completely not expecting. There just always is. That's part of what makes it fun. The Magic with Wesley Iwundu sticker auto. So the Magic are on the board. Al Horford Fundamentals. That's just a base, though. It wasn't a refractor. Michael Carter Williams for the Hornets. Oh, boy. Celtics. You're happy. How about a little Jason Tatum coming out there in a nice parallel for you? I know you'd be happy if it were signed. I know you'd be happier if it were numbered 1 of 1 or numbered to 10 or something. Tatum parallels out of Prizm. So I think that's solid for the Celtics. In fact, surprisingly, not as many of Jason Tatum or of Lonzo as I would have expected to find in Prizm. Or really in many of the series, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun in Chronicles. I'm looking forward to it, mainly because I opened a handful of cases. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, I don't remember exactly, of Chronicles in baseball, where they did the same thing. Of course, in baseball, it was a different series that they included than the series that we will have in basketball. But I was a fan. I thought it was a pretty cool concept, and it was nice to find all the different inserts in there from other series and things. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun chase in basketball. It comes out tomorrow. We'll start busting it tomorrow night in the full case. We're going all in on it. 10-box case. A little Willie Cauley-Stein for the Kings Prizm. Ricky Rubio for the Jazz to 199. Caleb Swanigan for the Blazers. It's our second autograph hit in this box. That is a sticker auto. Of course, rookie refractor for the Blazers. Oh, sorry. Embiid is a Prizm refractor as well. A little Isaiah Thomas Get Hyped insert. So I guess the Wizards had some sort of a team meeting here in the last few days and basically have now come out and said, yeah, it didn't do any good. So Chris Paul for the Rockets to 75. And again, this is an instance where a player has been traded and you will see him in his old uniform. He's in a Clippers uniform. But of course it talks about gives the date he was traded and says down there traded to the Rockets. But the most important part, of course, is the Rockets team designation on the card itself will always indicate where a card is going to go. But I do like to point that out because sometimes you see, maybe you have the volume down or you're just kind of scrolling through and you see one go by, and Chris Paul was a Clipper forever. So you see Chris Paul, you see the uniform, and if you have the Clippers, you might be expecting that card to come your way. So I do try to take a moment and point that out in each break. This is to 49, Julius Randle for the Lakers. Poor Lakers are still trying to get it on track as well. Little Kevin Durant refractor Prizm for the Warriors. Cracked ice, James Harden for the Rockets. That is number 299. Lance Thomas for the Knicks. Kelly Olynyk for the Heat. I'm sure that most of you, if you're breaking Prizm, you've most likely broken Prizm before, so you know that these cards, in general, with this type of coating, whether it is Prizm here or whether it's Chrome and Tops or Optic even, is another brand that does it. Any of them that have this kind of heavier coating on them, they have a tendency to kind of curve up, bow up in the middle once you take them out of the pack and they come out of the compression of the pack. Nice little Devin Booker Fundamentals refractor for the Suns. There's Alonzo, just base rookie. These are not as bad as some that I have seen, but definitely they are having a tendency to kind of bow up a little bit after we look at them. This is for the Heat, the coach, Spolestra. Steph Curry for the Warriors to 199. So I do like to kind of make everybody aware of that, so when you get it, you know what's going on with it. And most people do already know it, because it's, if you've been breaking Prizm for very many years, you know how bad it used to be. Gosh, that first year it came out, first couple years it came out, oh, it's crazy. Practically have a, I mean, this is like a mountain almost by the time you got that card out of the pack. You almost had to put everything into a top loader to keep it straight, even the base cards. But anyway, it's obviously not nearly as bad as it was in some of those early years, but it does still happen, so. So what are we, about a month away from the All-Star break? No, we can't be that far away. How far are we from the All-Star break? It can't be that far. It can't be a month. But we're coming up on it anyway, within the next few weeks, I think. Another coach. I told you we are hitting so many coaches tonight. This is unusual. This is Thibodeau for the T-Wolves. I mean, you hit some every box, always. It just seems like we're hitting a lot more refractors for coaches tonight than out of the typical box. Larry Nance Jr. for the Lakers. Gallinari for the Clippers. Nurkic for the Blazers to 199. Oh, it's 3 weeks to the All-Star break. Okay, so it is almost a month then, but after I said a month, I'm like, no, that can't be right. That seems like it's way too long. So yeah, it's because it is too long. So 3 weeks. All right. I guess all things considered, doing all right that we've only had Jason Kidd fired up to this point. Chicago Bulls, Denzel Valentine, Prizm. Jeff Teague to 199 for the Wolves. Another Lonzo, just base rookie that went by. We have a hit for the Milwaukee Bucks with Sterling Brown, rookie refractor sticker auto. Courtney Lee refractor. Oh, that's nice. A little Kyle Kuzma emergent refractor for the Lakers. Kuzma's a good hit these days. Actually, Kuzma's been a good hit really since the start of the season, but Dirk Nowitzki get hyped insert. Kyrie fundamentals refractor for the Celtics. So I did, we already looked at Kemba Walker, didn't we? I think, yeah, we did. So I did learn was it last night? I guess it was last night. That we had, the Bucks had purple jerseys at some point. I didn't remember that. I did not remember the Bucks ever having purple jerseys. So I learned something new. Harry Giles for the Kings, sticker auto. And of course, we will recap our hits at the end of the break. Willie Hernangomez, whatever, to 49 for the Knicks. Some of those names I'm just always going to struggle with, and there's no way around it. It's just how it's going to roll. Actually, tell you what, let's set out our numbered cards at least. I had just been stacking kind of all of this over here together, but then I've decided I guess we probably should recap what's numbered anyway. I don't normally do that necessarily, but since we're only doing 3 boxes tonight, there won't be as many. So I think we can safely do it. So just getting those separated there. Scott says basketball and hockey names are always fun to pronounce. I just am awful with name pronunciation. I really am. You guys know this because Scott, you break with me up quite a bit, so you know how bad I am at it. And people will be nice enough in chat. They'll come in and spell it for me phonetically. It's, you know, it's whatever, whatever, whatever. And I might retain it for 2 minutes. Half the time I see it phonetically, I still say it wrong. I mean, it's just, I don't know what my problem is. I have some kind of an issue with name pronunciation. I would definitely not be able to be a sports announcer. That is to 99, Paul Gasol for the Spurs with the cracked ice parallel there. And most people, I think, probably can just look at it and determine even a close approximation, but half the time, I'm just so far off, it's not even realistic. It's some kind of a mental block. I don't know. Jahlil Okafor for the 76ers. Maybe it is because I marked Gasol for the Grizzlies. Maybe it's because I grew up in a relatively small town and we didn't have a lot of names that were hard to pronounce. It was all pretty basic names, and so maybe I just didn't get the right exposure as a child. I don't know. One of those things. Little Bam Adebayo for the Heat. TJ Warren for the Suns. Looks like might be Enes Kanter coming up, is it? Yeah, Enes Kanter for the Thunder. Well, might help to get the sleeve open so we could actually put the card in it. You have to open it first, then the card goes in. 3 packs left in Prizm. David West for the Warriors. Denzel Valentine for the Bulls. Boogie, fundamentals insert. Hassan Whiteside, get hyped insert. Miles Turner, fundamentals refractor for the Pacers. Steph Curry fundamentals, Kemba Walker refractor. JJ for the Mavericks, numbered to 75. Got into a little scuffle last night with John Wall of the Wizards, and I guess they had some kind of exchange of words on the court. And then after the game, in the post-game interview, John Wall said something about that he wasn't upset with him because he was just a little midget trying to be angry or something like that. I mean, it was just some really insulting whatever that he said. So, yeah, now all the Mavericks hate John Wall. But anyway. Anyhow, that is how it goes. Well, Technologist 55, I'm sorry that you haven't enjoyed the break. Certainly, if you would like to send me a message on eBay, we'll make sure that that we get you taken care of. So, of course, there is a volume button, which you're welcome to turn down or mute since you're not enjoying the break and you obviously didn't enjoy your hits and apparently are having a bad day, and I'm sorry that you are. But to answer your question, no, it is my break. So I do talk, and again, unfortunate that you've decided to take out your frustration this evening, but that's how it goes some days. So this is just recapping, of course, our numbered hits. We'll recap the signature hits as soon as we take a look at the numbered. Jason Tatum isn't numbered, but we're going to flip it over and take another look at him anyway, because that is a nice little hit for the Celtics. And then there's Harry Giles for the Kings, along with Sterling Brown for the Bucks, Caleb Swanigan for the Blazers, Wesley Owundu for the Magic, Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls, and Dwight Powell for the Mavericks. So that actually has Prizm all locked and loaded for tonight. That's our last break of the evening. So once again, I'll throw up here, just in case someone missed it earlier, this gives you a quick look at when you can expect your cards to ship. And in this case with Prizm Basketball, I'm anticipating they will go out Saturday. As always, if I can get it out to you sooner, I will. But Saturday is kind of the target date for that. And this will give you a look at what we have in the days ahead. And then that is it for tonight. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you for breaking with me and for chatting with me. And once again, Technologist 55, I'm sorry that you've had a bad day. I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy the break. And apparently, I guess you didn't pull any cards that you wanted. And I wish you'd had a better experience, but you can't please everyone. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you again the next time. And Scott, yes, maybe we'll do better for you tomorrow night with Chronicles. Bye-bye.